So the protests are still going on, but most days they're starting at about 2 p.m. And so today we actually had to get out. We've been trying to get our daughter's Colombian papers. So she needs a Colombian birth certificate and a Colombian passport. And we have been trying to get those since February, and it is now May. And the biggest problem that we're having is that her U.S. papers have one last name. It just says Barreto because I adopted Andres' last name, which is not common in Latin culture. And so that's something that's very unusual here. And the problem is they want to put two last names on her Colombian passport. And we can't let that happen because if they do that, then she's going to have a hard time traveling. Because when she travels, when we leave Colombia, she needs to show her Colombian passport. But when we enter the States, she needs to show her U.S. passport. But it's all based on the same ticket. So they have to have the exact same name. So if she has one last name on her U.S. passport, then her Colombian passport has to have one last name. So long story short, it's been a pain to get her papers. And they finally gave us an appointment this morning at 11:47. They gave us an appointment to go to the notary to legally change her name. So we have to legally change it from two last names to one last name. And so that's where we're headed today. We didn't want to get out because 11:47 is quite close to the afternoon. But for now, it's just heavy traffic. We haven't seen any form of protests. I'll put up some videos of some of the damage that we've seen. But that's our adventure for today, trying to get Eliana's papers sorted out. So pray with us that this works out because we need her passport. During the riots, they came and destroyed the bus stations. So those are the metro stations. They've got broken windows, broken doors. You can see one that's nice and broken right there. It broke the windows, graffiti, all sorts of broken windows in the bus station. You can also see this is very common for people to sell things on the side of the road. So you've got stuffed animals, board games, cushions, brooms, another window that's been destroyed. And those red buses are the red buses that normally stop, but these stations are closed because of destruction. So they can't stop here. I mean, you can see the glass on the floor and everything. They sell drinks. But the world has gone a little bit more back to normal. I mean, this is normal-ish traffic.
Bueno, el reportero soy yo, metiéndome aquí a la boca de la manifestación, aquí en el romboy de las Américas con Villavicencio. Estamos aquí acercándonos, todavía están dando un poco de vía aquí para los que vienen hacia el sur. Transmilenio en este momento se encuentra un poco colapsado. Siguen dando un poco de vía, pero vemos los Transmilenios acá. Estamos aquí acercándonos al foco de la protesta en este momento. Tenemos a pocos. Vamos a ver por qué están peleando, pero siguen dando vía, pero parece que se va a poner pesado. Vamos a los policías del ESMAD aquí. Métase. Le dieron la emboscada. Está prendido.
Van a dejar el CAI solo. No, no, solo. ¿Qué es entre eso cuando sí. Sean todos? O sea, ¿cómo se le ocurre dejar en la CAI solo, mujer? No, todo el mundo está.
As we were out and about, a few things that we saw, I'll put some pictures up. Banks have boarded up because they're worried about looting with the riots that are going on. So banks have boarded up. They're still functioning, people can still go in, but at night they make sure that everything is completely closed, and they've covered their signs so that, I mean, people know that it's a bank there, but they've covered their signs so that it's not obvious that it's a bank. The other thing that we are seeing is that in a lot of apartments and houses, people are hanging the Colombian flag upside down, calling for the attention of the United Nations, calling for help. We've seen a lot of police brutality during the riots and during the protests, and so that's where people are at right now.